Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Trey South channel. Wow. Things have really gone crazy. I wanted to drop this video because I feel like this is a time where people need to speak up and be heard. Right now, there's riots that have been going on for the past few nights. Of course, everybody knows this is global news now, over the way that police treat minorities. And I've been really sitting down thinking about this because I really didn't want to do it. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do a video about this or not because it's a sensitive subject. And but I figured, there's enough ignorance. First, in the past, these protests, these riots are different from things in the past with like Mike Brown and things of that nature, because my personal opinion, white, brown, yellow, or red, if you are acting out in violence, violence is going to happen to you. I'm sorry. With that being said, if you haven't researched the name Breonna Taylor, if you haven't researched the name, which I'm pretty sure you should have to research it now, George Floyd, there was a younger gentleman, and forgive me for not remembering his name, who was just killed in Georgia, where I live at, simply because he was running down the street, and he was shot and killed by a former police officer who believed that he was committing a crime and tried to detain him at gunpoint against his will. It's easy to get caught up in the narrative of the white, black, white, black, white, black. We can't coexist. There's a line, white on this side, black on this side. You can't tell me that if George Floyd, who was, the autopsy report just came back, as a matter of fact, and it's official that his cause of death was asphyxia due to compression to his neck and back. So basically, had the police officer gotten off of his back, he would be alive. He died suffocating from a knee in his neck and on his back. Breonna Taylor, she was an EMT. The police accidentally kicked in her front door looking for a suspect that, by the way, was already in custody. Her boyfriend, thinking that someone was breaking into their home, fired a shot. Breonna Taylor was shot, I believe it was 8 times. An EMT sleeping in her bed. You can't look at that and say that something's not wrong. Something's not wrong. And I will give kudos to the protesters now, because unlike before, where they allowed people to just destroy their own neighborhoods, hey, you guys, I wanted to say thank you for checking out my video. But right now, go ahead and click the subscribe button down there at the bottom. And if you would, click that bell right there next to it. Appreciate it. Thank you for checking in on the Trey South channel. Back to the regular scheduled program. They are taking it to the White House. They are taking it to the police precincts. They're taking it to where it needs to be, the government buildings. And with that being said, you also need to know not all black people want this to be positive. Not all white people want this to be positive. Most do. Trust me, most white people want things to be right. Unfortunately, just like with the protesters, knuckleheads get mingled in and they take the focus off of the issue at hand that needs to be fixed and turns it on to, oh, look, criminals, criminals, criminals. And they deflower the whole purpose of this protest. And there's also white people that are hiding behind the Second Amendment pro-gun movement, which I'm all for the Second Amendment, but these dudes are just cowards. And they're making videos and posts and they're commenting, we should just shoot all the protesters. Shoot all the protesters. The hell is wrong with y'all? The hell is wrong with y'all? What people fail to understand is that what we're fighting right now is a systemic racism. That means the system. Who runs the system? Politicians, white and black. Money runs the system. So when all this stuff breaks out and people try to create this white and black separation between us, who suffers? Do you see white politicians having to worry about, dealing with black people that may have been mistreated and they get jumped? Do you see black politicians getting pulled over, drug out of their cars? No. The people that suffer the consequences of our government are me and you. Poor to middle class, blue collar, working class men and women, Americans. And the thing is that I can't change it by myself. But all of us together can, in a peaceful way. The violence has been done. The world is listening. Now, what are you going to say? Are you going to approve an ugly stereotype? Or are you going to be the change? I just hope that everybody stays safe. And regardless of your beliefs or your color, we got to love each other, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all need to share this. Because white and black people, we need to stand together and flush out these idiots who make us look bad. The rednecks that make me look like a racist. The hood rats that make black people look like criminals.
Yeah.